Hello and welcome. My name is Biagio Mazza, Pastoral Associate at St. Sabina Parish in Belton, Missouri, and I'm here to welcome you to another Do You Know question. Today's Do You Know question is, do you know the origins of the division in Islam between Sunni and Shiite? In order to understand this, we have to delve a bit into the history of Islam. But before we do that, it's important to realize that Islam is a religion just like Christianity. It has many divisions in it. As a matter of fact, there are just as many divisions within Islam as there are within Christianity. And so it's important to realize that just like not all Christians are the same, so too not all Muslims are the same. This is very important as we talk about some of the divisions that exist within Islam. One of the main divisions within Islam is the division between Sunni and Shiites. Now, in order to understand this, we must go back to Muhammad himself. Once Muhammad died, he did not leave any direct kind of guidelines as to who was to succeed him. And so as a result, disagreements occurred among his followers. A majority of his followers felt that the ones who should succeed Muhammad should be one chosen by the community by consensus. This group became known as the Sunnis. Right? Another group, a minority, decided that the best person to succeed Muhammad would be the person who was from the bloodline of Muhammad. And Muhammad's closest male relative would have been his first cousin, Ali, who was married to one of his daughters. And so they felt that Ali should be the successor to Muhammad because he was from the bloodline of Muhammad. The Sunni eventually won out and the Shiite lost. And the first three leaders of the Muslim community after Muhammad were all chosen by the community from the Sunni dimension of it. The Shiites eventually, by the fourth leader, eventually got the Ali, the first cousin of Muhammad, elected or appointed to be the Caliph, the successor to Muhammad. However, soon after his appointment, Ali was assassinated, and a battle ensued between the followers of the Shiites and the followers of the Sunni crowd. The Shiites were known as the party of, or the supporters of Ali. And in the battle between the Sunni and the Shiites, Ali's sons and his followers and supporters were all slaughtered at the Battle of Karbala in the year 680. And from that time on, a major division ensued between the two groups, the Sunni and the Shiites, to such an extent that each one emphasizes a different aspect of Islam, talks about different religious traditions, different holy days. As a matter of fact, the Battle of Karbala in the year 680 becomes a significant celebrating point for the Shiites, not for the Sunnis. And so you see these divisions occurring within the Muslim world that continue to this very day. And it all still has to do with who was to speak for Islam and who was to succeed Muhammad. Now, these divisions that exist within Islam are not unique to Islam, because we in Christianity have also struggled for centuries over who was to speak for Christianity. What was the true version of what it means to follow Jesus? And we've had all sorts of splits over the centuries among people who disagreed as to what following Jesus meant and who was to speak for Christianity. So divisions exist within all religious tradition, and it's important to realize that we need to be aware of those divisions, and we need to work to break down boundaries, because we're all trying to do the will of God, who called us to be in harmonious relationship with one another as one family. And so I hope this was helpful in understanding one of the main divisions within Islam. By the way, one final comment I would like to make is that, today the Sunnis are the majority within Islam, roughly about 80 to 85%, whereas the Shiite compose of about 15 to 20% of the world's Muslims. And so I hope this has helped you in clarifying a bit about the difference between Sunni and Shiites. And I hope that you will come back again to another Do You Know series questions to help us understand more about our religion, our Christianity, in contrast and in comparison to others, especially Islam. Thank you very much.